Hi there, welcome to my channel. I've been thinking about doing this for a while actually, just sort of sharing some sort of out loud thoughts, ideas about writing and about my writing career for a little while, and I haven't got around to it. And this week I thought it'd be a good time because I'm feeling a bit better, but I'm still at home recovering from COVID. Quite glad to be at home today because it's absolutely slamming down with rain out there, to be honest. But anyway, so yeah, without much further ado, just let you know, my name's Kev Harrison, if you don't know me already. If you happen upon me by accident, this is my YouTube channel. You can also find my work, my writing at kevharrisonfiction.com, and you can buy my books in Amazon, Barnes& Noble, Waterstones, wherever you get your reads from. And I'm a writer of horror and dark fiction, predominantly interested in stuff to do with folklore, legend, myth, that kind of stuff. It's very much my cup of tea. Anyway, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about what I've been writing at the moment, because yesterday I sent the first chunk of my new novella, which is tentatively titled Ondine, which is a French word. I sent that over to my publisher yesterday to have a little look at and to decide what they think about it. The final manuscript is due into them in February, but I'm quite enjoying having this open process where we're sort of discussing things a little bit as it goes along. Anyway, the book is set in France, and it's really exciting actually because this is something that I did have a look at in the summer. I actually went over to France in September to a place where a lot of the book's going to take place, which is around the coast near Saint-Malo and down the river Rance to a place called Le Tranchet, where there's a lot of local interest and belief in fairy lore, what they call les fées. And that's going to feature quite heavily in this book. And the book's quite interesting for me actually because it's a different approach to what I've done in previous instances, in that I've got two protagonists and they are sharing chapters one after the other, so I'm alternating between the two points of view. So sometimes, often even, the reader is kind of clued up on things that happen to Edward, the 15-year-old English boy whose life is turned upside down in chapter one. And they find out other things from Sophie, the French gendarme, which is a military police officer from the area, ahead of time. So you find out about things that affect the other character before the character himself knows about it. So that's been quite an interesting process. And the text is up to about 12,000 words now, which I'm sure some of that will be pared back when it comes to editing. But what's really interesting about that so far is that I've kind of just reached, sort of just before 10,000 words, just reached that point where the characters are starting to take on their own voices very strongly and kind of lead their and therefore my decisions with where the story goes. And it's really interesting how this process kind of happens quite organically. I'm sure if any of you out there are also writers, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're readers, you might just think I'm insane, but that's fine. So yeah, I delivered that yesterday. I'm looking forward to getting some feedback on where it's going and picking that up next week. But for the rest of this week, I'm working on a short story for a submission call. And what's really interesting and fun about that is that the germ of that idea spawned from a friend of mine who's got some neighbours who play very loud and irritating Europop. And we got to chatting about, oh God, you should go around there and, like horror writers do. You should go around there and, bury them under their patio or whatever. We don't advocate this kind of thing in real life, obviously, just joking. But yeah, and then I started to think, what if the beats, the doof, 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 is actually not coming from the neighbour's house? It's actually coming from somewhere else altogether. Think about it. Yeah, exactly. So I'm enjoying that. That's a lot of fun. And it's nice to have a change of pace. I know some writers love when they're writing a long form piece to just get it done. Just like get into the trenches and go in that attritional way until it's finished. But I very much enjoy a little palate cleanser every couple of weeks, every 3 weeks, whatever. Just duck into something else, something quick. Smash out a short story draft and then come back to it. Anyway, that's about it for today. So like I say, thanks very much for joining me. If you want more of this, then subscribe. If you've got any questions for me as a writer, then I'm always happy to talk to readers and other writers and whoever. So drop questions and comments in the comments, as you know, as the name suggests. And if you're looking for more of my work, then go over to kevharrisonfiction.com. And if you go there and you subscribe to my newsletter, you can actually get a free novelette, which is sort of supernatural, witchcraft-based, subterranean horror novelette. It's very highly rated. People tend to really enjoy it. So, yeah, if you're interested, go over there, grab that. If not, no worries. And thanks for stopping by. I hope to see you again. Toodaloo.